Well, I've got a grandson that just barely learned to walk, and he's starting to get around really quite well. He's moving pretty quickly, pretty easily now, but for a while, he would take a step and fall, or he'd take a multiple steps and then fall forward, or he'd stand there for a minute and kind of rock back and forth and fall. And the interesting thing is, in the body, technically, we shouldn't be able to walk if you just look at us anatomically and everything, the way things are shaped. But we learn the process to utilize the muscles together to really be able to function, to really be able to walk, to really be able to move like we should. And as long as we learn to function with these in the correct fashion, they will allow us to continue to walk and to live our lives without limitations. But there are things, abnormalities that sometimes in the ways that we walk or the ways that we learn to walk, things that maybe we've got certain muscles that are tight or anything that could actually interfere with our life and cause pain and cause inability to truly function the way we would like to. And this is the big deal. So really what you would like, if you're saying, okay, I'm getting leg, back, hip, knee, even ankle and foot pain, it could totally be the way that you're walking. It could totally be the way that the legs and feet are functioning with each step, especially if you're running or any of those kind of things that could increase the stress or increase the deformity that may be happening because of the abnormal way that you're walking. Now, you learn to walk, you're functioning, you're able to get around. But what if we could optimize that and make it a little bit better so you could walk even better without any limitations, without any problems, without any disability in any way? Wouldn't that be beneficial? Well, that's the value of a gait analysis. Hello, I'm Dr. Brandt Gibson, and one of the things that I do on a regular basis, I do a gait analysis of individuals to help them optimize the way they're walking. To, one, understand what's going on, because you need to understand before you can fix something. So you need to understand what's going on, then you can understand what your options are. You can decide what the best options are, and you can say, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm not going to do. So really what I recommend is that you say, I'm going to get a gait analysis. And I'm not saying go to a running store. Running stores do a gait analysis to sell you a shoe. So a lot of times their gait analysis is going to be very rudimentary, very simple. They're going to say you overpronate. In most cases, they're going to tell you that you overpronate and put you in a pronation or motion control type shoe. But the truth is there's much more to it. When you get a gait analysis, they should be looking at your alignment. Are your hips aligned? They should be looking at your shoulders and your arm swing. They should be looking at the back. Are you leaning forward? Are you leaning back? Are you tilted to one side or the other? They should be looking at the way the muscles, the gluteus maximus muscles, the muscles in your rear end actually function. Are they functioning together, or do you get a hip drop with one of them? Do you have a leg length difference? Is one leg longer than the other? It does show in the way that you walk. And then do you have a good coordination of walking through each of the steps, through each of the processes that you go through to function? You've got heel strike, you go to midfoot, you go to forefoot, you have push off, toe off, swing phase. Are all the muscles coordinated appropriately? Are they working like they're supposed to? Because with this, we can show muscle weakness. With this, we can say, okay, you've got one muscle that's not working as well as the other. With this, we can say, do you pronate or supinate? Pronate being that you flatten your arches. Supinate means that you roll out to the outside. Are your feet straight, or are they pigeon-toed, turned in, or are they turned out? Do you hit the ground hard, or do you have a roll through that actually is more soft, or so forth? All of this information is valuable because it allows you to say, what type of shoes should I be wearing? What kind of activities are good for me? What kind of inserts or orthotics should I be using if I need them? And when should I put an orthotic in? And all this based on the gait analysis. So you should go to someone that looks at the way you walk. And ideally, if they're good at what they're doing, they can do it in just a couple passes. You walk down and back once or twice, and they can see all this, and they can actually explain to you exactly what's going on, exactly how your right leg's functioning, how your left leg's functioning, how they're working together, why it's causing certain issues, why it may cause other issues in the future, how you can prevent some of these issues, and all of that. That's part of gait analysis. And you want a extensive gait analysis, especially if you're very active, especially pain. So this is Dr. Brandt Gibson. This is your Podiatry Tips Day 367. I recommend you get a gait analysis if you don't know how you walk and you're wondering, am I walking the way I should? Am I at risk for other problems, other long-term issues? All of this can be evaluated and you can get the treatment that you need. This is Dr. Brandt Gibson. Have a great rest of your day. If you'd like additional information, if you're saying, okay, this is all fine and dandy, how do I get a gait analysis? I'd love to see you. We can actually walk you through that process relatively easy. Kind of a play on words. I will watch you walk and we will see how you're walking and I can explain to you exactly what's going on, exactly how it's working, and if or when you should get a